Hey y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Hey. Happy Sunday. Today's Sunday, June 7th. It's 7:30 a.m. Good morning. How y'all doing? How was your weekend? Yep. She's up. She's rested. Yes, sir. I ain't ready for those yet. Anyway, hey, what's up? Remember that time is fluid, so whenever you see this message, it's when you're meant to see it. It's a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone. Everybody's not on the same timeline, right? Different things going on in different people's lives, right? So if there's something that does resonate with what's going on in your life, just take it into consideration, that's all. You know what I mean? Right? I'm not forcing nobody to do nothing, right? And who says what I'm saying is even right? I don't know, right? All I know is I'm comfortable in my life. And I don't want to say it too lightly, right? Because I'm not comfortable to where I'm not going to continue to grow or continue to do the walk that, you know, I'm set forth to walk, right? So, that being said, let's get us a reading. My weekend was good. I rested. I was tempted to, but I had already made a decision that I was going to take some rest because, like, I've really been putting a lot of energy into a lot of different things, you know, and I have to, like, recalibrate and see, you know, am I still needed in the directions that I've been going? Have I, you know, reached the goal or something where I could put my focus in another area? But shit, I need to rest. Right? What we got here? We have phrases, motivation, never give up. Yeah, 24 could be significant. Never give up. Yep. Stay motivated. Put it on a t-shirt. Put it on a sticky note. You got this. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't be distracted. It's a distraction. Ooh, spirit, come on. It's a distraction. Okay, it's a distraction. Yeah, to stop you from moving forward, but you got to make sure that it's not coming from within as well. Not just outside, but make sure you're not the one that's sabotaging. You hear me? The patterns, the cycles. You've done it before. The only way to overcome this cycle that you stay in is to move forward with a choice that you made. Right? The labyrinth. Child, listen. 15 could be significant. The journey. Staying committed to the journey. Getting closer. Because with the labyrinth, there's no way out, right? There's no exit. Let me see, I want to Google that. What's the definition of a labyrinth? A complex, twisting network of paths or passages. While often used interchangeably with a maze, a true labyrinth features single, winding path that leads to a central goal rather than a puzzle designed to make you lost. What's that picture showing? It's like a series of paths, right? It almost looks like a fingerprint. You see how the lines look? It's like they're all there's no ending, right? It just all comes back to the center. It all comes back to the center. Journey back to self. Journey back to your center, right? Enlightenment. Ooh, sunflower, the sun, ascension. Come on now. Action. 34. Cowrie shells, abundance. 25, 34. The journey to the center. Enlightenment. I'm going to look this up too. What do cowrie shells represent?
Cowrie shells, sometimes called calorie shells, symbolize wealth, divine protection, and fertility in many cultures. They are glossy, egg-shaped sea snail shell.
Most widely used forms of shell money. Their culture meaning spans across ancient Asia, Africa, and the Americas and Pacific Islands. Prosperity, protection, fertility, and spirituality. Coming back to the center, right? This is spiritual growth, because it's learning who you are. It's recognizing your life's journey, right? How do I say this, Spirit? When you do healing work on yourself, when you allow God, because it's the Most High, it's the energy, it's the Creator. The sun creates growth on the earth, right? It warms the earth, right? It helps things to grow. Every element is a part of the cycle to keep the earth alive, right? To keep us alive. Some of you have come to the center, right? You found, through your journey, through running into dead ends, whatever you had to go through, right? You understand also that you weren't just a victim, you're also a player, right? And it's really a thought pattern. It's a way we think. It's what gets us into whatever we do. And we do things, and we keep doing things, and it ain't working. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Only if you're aware, you know what I mean? And when you're aware, it means you're trying to get out of that energy. You're trying to move away from the energy that you keep going and ain't going nowhere. You're trying to get away from that. So that means you got to think different. You got to do things different. You got to make different choices, right? But you got to be aware that that's why you're going through back to the same. You keep taking the same route, right? You keep taking the same route, and that first route, that outside route, that shit'll go around circles and circles and circles until you take one of these turns up here. This one or that one, so you can move forward. And some of you guys are getting closer and closer. You're learning not to take the loop so many fucking times before you get out of a situation. You know what I mean? Your abundance, and abundance is how you feel about yourself. When we stop allowing the outside shit to dictate our value and how we feel, we start to, really feel how we feel, right? And that don't really matter. That's not a priority in our lives, and can't nobody make it one. You hear me? Because you already been down that road. You feeling me? You already been down that road. Some of you guys are very intuitive, highly spiritual. All right, some of you guys could work with cowrie shells, with ancestor energy, ancestral, that's what it was, it is, whatever, right? The sun, enlightenment, growth. Allowing the sun to do what it's meant to do. The moon, too. The moon does its job at night, right? Everything. And divine creation, right? Everything. It's like, when I see myself just as a plant. I do. I see myself just as a plant that, came from the earth. You know what I mean? A seed. Acceptance. Finding your divine place, right? Understanding your divine position in the world, in the universe. We're plants. Ooh. Spirit's showing me like a root that's trying to connect itself to a healthy vine. So there's like a weed, right? You know how sometimes when you plant plants, fruit or whatever, sometimes you can get like a weed. You got to go out and pull out the weeds because the weeds will try to wrap around it. This is like a Spirit's showing me like a vine that's dying. Like when a part of a plant's dying off, you got to remove it, right? Medical staff healing. Hmm. 13 could be significant. Some of y'all could have to go to the emergency room. Some of you guys have healed, or you're healing. You're not giving up, right? You're not going down that path again. You decide. See, and that's the thing about taking a different path, right? After you've been on one for so fucking long, it almost feels like you're not going the right way because it's unfamiliar. You know what I mean? But you gotta trust. You gotta listen. You gotta see in your fucking head, right? It has to hit you that I done did this shit, man. I got to do something fucking different. You recognize that this ain't no fucking joke no more. This ain't no joke no more, right? Don't keep doing what you, man. You gotta. Ooh, the journey is get to the center. That's the journey. Self recognition, right? Valuation of self. Loving yourself, right? Appreciating yourself and wanting for yourself to be connected with the earth, man. That's for me. I guess that's, you know what I mean? The connection is, child, it is what it is. That's what it is. What we got here? The yin and the yang. Balance, baby. I can't make it out. 4 could be significant. Yeah. And while we're on that outer circle, we're always out of balance, right? Because say it's like one of those little gold beat things running, going. They used to go like this, and it would be in balance until it got into the middle, right? yin to the yang, your dark and your light. We all have it. And no, there ain't nobody saying that people walk in total light all the time. The only one did that, you know what I'm saying? And he was the bridge. Achievements, crystals, energy, growth. I'm hearing compass. We are not here by for no reason. Ooh, and there's some weeds that are trying to, like there's a fungus on the earth. That's what the Spirit showed me. There's a fungus on the earth that's growing that needs to be exterminated. It needs to be stopped. It needs to be, because it's like a plant got a fungus. You ever seen? That's what Spirit showed me. There's a fungus, right? And if you look at the earth, and you know how beautiful the earth looks from space, right? Well, picture that with a fucking fungus growing on it. Okay, take that how it resonates. Take that how it resonates. What we got here: clouds, distractions. Things are becoming clearer. Under the sun too. What's this? Skull. That endings. Things. They're endings. Things end, right? From ashes you come. To ashes you. Well, not ashes, dirt. Because we're from the earth. Living plants. Everything. Mountains and obstacles. This is what's creating obstacles, the past. Things that need to be let go. The story has ended. Look, they got bookends on each end. That's it. That's the end of the chapter. 29 could be significant. You got a skull head that you got. What kind of plant is that? The cactus. That don't need no watering, right? But it ain't gonna grow either. Something is gone, something is dead, remember I said about the plant, how something is gonna be being cut away from a plant, you gotta prune it, right? If you want it to go, otherwise it's gonna kill the rest of the plant, right? Obstacles here. This could be what is stopping you from achieving, some kind of abundance. And I feel like it's internal. I feel like it's spiritual abundance. It also could be financial as well, all right? So don't get that twisted. Because, when you, I don't know, it's just something about understanding and accepting, you know what I'm saying? It's going to come to you naturally. Because you understand it's your right. The sun is shining, it's your right to grow, right? Come on, Spirit. Flamingo. Have some fun. Flamingos. I've been seeing flamingos. Pictures of them, not real ones. But I've been seeing a lot of pictures of flamingos. I wonder what that means. Let's see. Well, let's find out. All right. No, let's go back. I changed my mind. What's the spiritual meaning of flamingos? Life balance, emotional openness, and personal potential. Often representing romance, community, and self-expression. These vibrant birds remind you to stand gracefully through shifting tides and nourish your true self. Well, there it is. All right. What's the word? And it just so happened I did bring out the money manifestation deck. I don't know why. We'll pull a couple of those before we close out, okay? If I can remember. So don't even get mad if you be like, she said, I do that shit all the time. I say, I'll have an idea, but Yep, and when it's time to go, it's time to go. Anyway, let's do it. We got open up and heartbreak. Oh. Ooh, child. This human thing. Something else. And watch how you feeding your plants. For y'all to have that are botanists that have plants. Okay? You got new friendships. You got new friendships coming in. People that think like you in a way, right? Understand you, can relate to you. You can be yourself, you know. You don't have to go backwards into that outer ring again. You don't have to learn no new lessons. You know, just be accepting of yourself, you know, and other people that are meant to be, you know, in your life will be accepting of you too. And it's going to bring a good balance into your life as well. All right? You've done a lot of healing. Okay, what we got? Chaser. Uh-oh. Chaser. Are you chasing friendships? Don't chase friendships. But there could be people that could be chasing your friendship or chaser to go after something. Maybe you could be influencing others, right? This people that are going after and have the similar goals as you. Thank you, Spirit. Because it can't be the same ones, but similar goals as you. It could be because, like, when you see roses, you see a bunch of roses. You don't just see one rose, right? So, yeah, somebody could be dazed and confused. Oh, because you come to an end of a cycle. Look, patience. Yeah. You came to an end of a cycle. Somebody's confused. You're not in this chaser energy. Spirit said, ooh, look at that. Somebody's realizing you really closed out a cycle because you're not chasing. You're not chasing the relationship. Yeah. You're creating new relationships, new friendships. You heal. You're doing healing. You heal people. You have a balance in your life, right? They're confused because there's an end of a cycle. You know, patience. It's could have been a long time coming. Look, separation. Pruning. Third party interference. Look at that. What they out here doing? Trying to interrupt your celebration. Trying to interrupt your peace. Something's an obstacle. Something from the past. Something that has already ended. You got endings with end of a cycle right there. Ooh, ghosted. This might could have fear and anxiety. Somebody could feel like you ghosted them, or you could have or they ghosted you, and they thought that you was gonna chase them. So it was a. See. Sometimes it be that shit that really hurt us that make us move off of that first ring into the next ring, because it's like, you know what I mean? And somebody's really confused by your change, how balanced you are. That you listen, you are not on that. They still on the outer ring. You already done moved into you moved into it. Something you did. And when you moved into that next ring, when you went in a different direction, when you took an exit, when you made your mind up, that was it. You feeling me? When you was going down the highway and you decided that the next exit was the one you was gonna get up that fucking highway, listen, you got tired. It was time for you to get off on that exit, right? We got fear and anxiety here. So therefore, and it's like, because they going around, they looking for, you're not there. You're not there. You're not there anymore. No, you're already on your way up. You already took that exit, and you're on another road. You know what I mean? Yeah. What we got here? Karmic partner. Somebody meant to, make you move. Make you get off of that first lane. So now that makes sense right there. That makes sense. This was the person that was supposed to make you make a different choice, make a different decision, go in a different direction. Because it was like over and over and over again. I don't care how many partners it was. It could have been just one, but there was something that in your life that you were doing the same thing over and over again, right? And wasn't getting you no fucking where, until you ran into somebody on that road, man, that made you say, you know what? Enough is enough. Apology. Somebody wants to apologize. I don't know what they want to apologize for. Yeah, because they know your abundance is near. Look, you already got the cowrie shells, right? Come on now. Because they know, that you are about to, and whatever that abundance looks like for you, you know what I mean? Whatever that is that the world is bringing into your life, right? The universe, God, your manifestation, baby. Yes. It's like when we elevate our thinking and make different choices in life, right? It's like we open ourselves to receive better things, right? Because sometimes we think this is all it is. No, that ain't all it is. You have to be in a different position so that you can experience something else, right? Yeah, but they confused now because you're not chasing. You're not chasing them. And I feel like they ghosted you, collective, and you didn't chase. Codependent. There it is. Look at that. What we got here? Family concerns. Yeah, they're confused. They're dazed and confused. They're very codependent, right? And it's an end of a cycle, and they see that. Yep, and they're afraid. There's a lot of fear and anxiety here. Yeah, you could be getting an unexpected message. Wow, patience. Somebody's worried. Look, self-sabotage. Wow. What did I say about self-sabotage? You could say that it's the outside distractions, but what about those things that we do to self-sabotage our own growth? We get back on it. We go back into that fucking, we stay on, a gnat, son of a biscuit. Wow. We get on that cycle again. That's that self-sabotage. Because what is it, right? You see the exit. You already you open the fucking door and you stuck, right? You open the door to the new path. But how many times have you opened the door to the new path and you didn't go through that door? Because of what? Family concerns? Fear, anxiety, the codependent, the karmic energy? Afraid to walk away? Using it as an excuse to stay in that cycle? Come on, Spirit, talk to us. Talk to us. And when we close the door and we let it go in order to stay on this in that first ring with our karmic partners, right? We let go of us, an opportunity for us to grow, for us to continue to be on the path, right? But I feel like some of y'all, I feel like you're going through the door. And yeah, I feel like you're going through the door. You're recognizing how you stick around and you self-sabotage yourself, right? By not completing it, by always letting something go, an achievement, a goal, so that you can stay and be in this karmic cycle with this codependent energy that just wants you to stay with them. How many times have you given up what you wanted, what you worked for, to chase? Codependent family concerns. Obstacles. That's your obstacle. That's the mountain. That's what's in. That's the thing. That's you going through the door. You going through the door. And yep, you going through the door. What we got here? You have a secret admirer. Some of you could be having vivid dreams. We got spiritual awakening. Come on now. See it for what it is. Slow and steady. There's no rush, right? Take your time. Don't take too much time. Thank you, Spirit. Because life is going to happen. Now, this is where we have to understand about, are we going to keep going? Keep going. Don't look back. Yeah, look at that heartbreak. Come on, Spirit. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. But it's destined. Stop playing. It's destined. Oh, Father, Father, Father. What's going on here? Ooh, child. Autumn. So something could. Ooh, look at that. So something around autumn could happen. It could be some kind of, I don't know, something. It may not be, I don't know, family concerns, heartbreak. I don't like messages like that. I don't even like to entertain energy like that. You feeling me? I don't. Cautious of how I think. Listen, manifest. What you think is what you manifest. So, I don't like to think like that. That ain't my concern. That's God's concern. That ain't my concern. We got a soulmate that's stuck. This is a soulmate that's stuck, y'all. You could be stuck. End of a cycle. Autumn. Autumn is when the leaves fall off, right? Soulmate. Somebody has a lot of fear and anxiety around something. Healthy boundaries. You got to set healthy boundaries, collective. For sure. Yeah, that's what you got to do, and you know it. Temptation. Don't be tempted to go back into that cycle. Don't be tempted to do that. Don't be tempted to do that. Healing old wounds. Listen. And temptation. Look, temptation's in the background. Oh, what's this? Yep, positive change. You made a positive change. You're setting healthy boundaries. And, there's a lot of fear and anxiety around that, right? Because you're no longer in that same runner chaser energy. You feeling me? You're not doing that. You're deciding I've given up enough. I wasted enough time, not doing the things that I want to do and creating the life and environment that I want because I keep chasing and running, And it just becomes a burden, you know what I mean? Not that it's something that it's a manual saying we got to do this. No, this is a mindset I'm talking about. You feeling me? What we got here? Open up. Open up your mind. Stop it. Listen, crossroads. Yes, you're at a crossroads. Are you going to do the same thing you always do? And this is where you get that pattern recognition. You better really look back on how many times an opportunity has presented itself and you gave it up because you was trying to do what? Stop playing. That's how you're going to know it's time to go through that fucking door. Because every time you do the same shit, right? Yeah. Okay, what we got? We have mirroring. Ooh, child. Ooh, listen, positive change. That's what you're doing, collecting. You're mirroring positive change. Let's get a money manifestation message. What we got here, innovate. With the right inspiration, you can bring a moved approach to almost anything. What can you innovate to contribute towards making the world a better place? Come on now. Positive change. Past life relationships and your self-worth. Look at that. All right. What's the money manifestation for the collective spirit? What messages do they need to know about that manifestation? Okay. We have competition. Remember that there is no competition if you are truly original. Alright? You're not in competition with nobody but yourself. Right? Remember that there is no competition if you are truly who you are. Exactly, right? Right? Picture that. This is who I am, I'm not competing with nobody. It don't matter what y'all doing. It don't matter, right? Okay. Empowerment. Are you ready to fully step into your power and accept all the responsibility that comes with it? And all the responsibility that comes with it, right? Unworthy. Do you genuinely believe in your worthiness to attain the abundance you desire? You could be mirroring that to someone to empower themselves right? Someone may feel like you're in competition with them, but you're not in competition with them. You're just someone that, you gotten to know thyself, right? And you are who you are, you know what I mean? You like what you like. It ain't got nothing to do, you're not easily influenced by what others do, because you just, you're different. Apples and oranges. Thank you. Apples and oranges. Somebody's closed-minded and somebody else is an artist. Sometimes you fail to see the infinite possibilities and opportunities that are available to you. A true artist lives their art. Let your life be your canvas and you will create your greatest masterpiece. Stop worrying about the opinion of others, what people are going to think. You worry about what people are going to think because of the boundaries that you set up, right? People could be, people could feel like you're selfish. Okay? Because that's some energy I'm getting too. Like you're selfish. Come on, Spirit, that's what I'm hearing. What is that? See a little gnat that came over here? I got plants, so I can expect it. And I had the window open too. Yeah. 41, 44. I seen that. What's our Spirit? What's the message for the collective? Career change. Wow. Does your career fully align with who you are physically, emotionally, and spiritually? Healer. Healer. You are able to provide great comfort and support to those who are on a healing journey, whether their pain is physical, emotional, or spiritual. Wow. Does your career fully align with who you are physically, emotionally, and spiritually? You're a healer. And patience. You got patience here. You got patience at the end of a cycle, and then you have patience. And then this could be something that you need to watch out for. It takes time to build an empire. Your desire for instant results can hinder your ability to make good decisions. All right, so you're being called to be patient. Okay, what else? Look at that. It's closed. All right, so that could be a hindrance. But I don't want to see nothing. So that's because I shouldn't. When it was closed, it was closed. All right. So I think that is the end of the messages. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to vote. Yes, chef. All right, for your favorite chef. It's a free vote every 24 hours. And if you feel so inclined to donate to the James Beard Foundation, you can do that too, and you can get extra votes, and that helps your girl. And that's a great way to donate to the channel. All right, because it's something I believe in, something I like. I'm patient. I am patient. Be patient. All right, just vote, y'all, before I get into any more of that shit. Anyway, please, go ahead and vote for your girl. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, guys. If you like the vibe, come on in. We love to have you around. We just being us over here. All right, I'll see y'all. Deuces, y'all stay up.